Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Sagittarius, we will dive right in. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna pull a card. We're gonna see what card jumps out, and I'm gonna read straight out of the book instead of telling you what's going on, instead of what's jumping out in front of me. And let's just switch it up for me for a little bit, to sort of, yeah, a little bit of a different intro. So, what's going on for Sagittarius for this beautiful upcoming month? This is the month of February of 2022. Probably the month with the most profound impact, I dare to say. Whether we're going to feel it in February or not, I don't know. But energetically, like we have the second of, I'm seeing some activity here in the, I don't know if the camera picks it up or not. Anyway, yeah, on the 2nd of February and then on the 22nd of February. And I'm probably going to do a video on the 22nd of February, and perhaps a little bit of a meditation there, if that sounds interesting, because of this grand shift that's going on. New beginnings, begin your new life. How fitting is that, Sagittarius? And I was almost going to start talking there, but I won't. I will read out of the book. This Mystical Wisdom deck is just so beautiful. New beginnings. It's too warm to touch, but I have this little, oh no, I don't dare to touch it. The candle just burnt out when it's like a little bit too much left to go. So I have two candles next to right here, and they're just way too warm to touch. And one of the candles just burnt out. And since I don't believe in coincidences like that, so we still have another candle that's burning. So something is coming to a close there for sure. New beginnings, KLMN. There. Phoenix Rising looks very Phoenix Rising-y. That's all I have to say, because I'm going to read out the book. Begin your new life. New beginnings burst with assertive confidence and excitement, making the start of a new direction full of adventure. You are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You are being guided to act now and use this creative energy and enthusiasm to get this project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. The mantra is, I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I'm going to read that again. New beginnings burst with assertive confidence and excitement, marking the start of a new direction full of adventure. You are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You are being guided to act now and use the creative energy and enthusiasm to get this project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. I'm excited and ready for a new beginning. So there's very much about like acting now, like now is the time, and now is the time to use the creative force or creative forces that are around you. I mean, now I can talk about what I see. I see all this fire. It's almost like this big bird has been laying down sleeping, and then all of this fire. It's not a tower moment. I don't want to alarm anyone, but this fire that meets the water. It's interesting. So there's a lot of elements like fire and water. If we want, we can have earth here. I don't see too much wind, although there is like a lot of wind going on in the ethers right now, like a lot of wind, storm in big parts of the world, which for me talks about change. I just feel like this Phoenix Rising has it has risen up because it's like it's time. The creativeness, like the fire has got this Phoenix Rising going, this bird going. The Sagittarius is on the rise because something has put it like into fire. And I think you're just so passionate you're really passionate about this new beginning, and you're really using a lot of elements. So this is, I don't feel like this is anything like, okay, so the fire cancels out the water, or the water cancels out the fire, or something like that. I just feel like we're really stepping into all the elements. And what I'm seeing in this card in particular is the fire, water, and earth, not so much wind. So I think that the wind, like the change, has already taken place. Does that make sense? Like energetically, the change has already taken place. Interesting start. Beautiful start. You have a beautiful, whether you want to say that this is the sun, or whether you want to say that this is the moon right behind you, it might actually just be both. Like to pay attention to the moon and pay attention to the sun right now. Okay, why is this here for Sagittarius, please? And Sagittarius, you're always a little bit outside of the box. I can't wait to see what's coming for you. Like if nothing has really come out, or really has stepped out of the comfort zone, or really been playing like this message outside the box, like leading up to Sagittarius, it's almost like every single time Sagittarius doesn't let me down. It's like Sagittarius, then I know Sagittarius is going to bring it, where I get to have my juices going a little bit, because I just love the messages coming out for Sagittarius. You know what? I see the Northern Lights. I see the Northern Lights here, and I see so someone might have just seen the Northern Lights. I have to be honest, I don't really keep track of them. I should, since I live in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm from Sweden, so it's even possible for me to see them at some stages. I would say, no, I'm going to leave that, because I don't know. I don't want to say anything wrong. I just want to say, and this might sound boring, but obviously it's not. Those phenomena, I just find, I have nothing, like no science to back this up, but there's something about, well, you might not see it, but like I see this as the Northern Lights right here. They just started to stand out to me, and something that moves up like this also. And it's like something about the Northern Lights, or some like extraordinary phenomena like that, is going to become more normal. That's why I say I don't want to take the magic out of it, or I don't want to say like, yeah, it's just going to be everyday life. I just feel like it's these things, for whatever reason right now, whether that is true or not, I have no idea, but that's what I'm being given, so I'm going to say it. It feels like these types of phenomena is going to be more normal. Like more people are going to be able to see them. They're going to happen more frequently. For whatever reason, I don't know. Okay, why is this here for Sagittarius, please? New beginnings, begin your new life. That's power in those words. I mean, there could be dust going on there, a little bit of dust going on, since it's flaring up when I'm doing this. But I think we have a little bit of an orb situation going on here in the video here today as well. Starting with magic here in the beginning, it feels like. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So I'm happy that this came out first. So this might actually be the Phoenix Rising for some of you guys, that you have risen up, like you have come back. You've started over, and since you're starting over from something, you're coming back from something. That's life. Sorry, that's death leading to life. So you might like this. Now I can show you because it's not that warm. This little candle, like there's still some like a good amount of what is that called? Stearine. Of stuff that makes the candle burn. Wax. Did you just say candle wax, perhaps? I don't know. Okay. Still quite hot, but like it just burned out, and so the flame went out, like the flame, and it was like it went out too soon. The flame went out too soon. if I could just trust me that there's another candle here that's still burning, and that the other one should, because I lit them up at the same time, so this should still be going. So there's something about like the flame went out too soon, or we buried the flame, like the life force burnt out. Someone could actually have lost someone that just went over to the other side. Someone could have been like life and death themselves, like traveling between dimensions. Because I get this, 3 of Michael, release the past, you will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. 3 of Michael is not fun. 3 of Michael is when you've been hit hard. This is not like I came home and you were out of milk. I mean, that's grief. A little bit of grief in that. If you drink milk and you have the most gorgeous sandwich or cinnamon bun or something, and then it's like, there's no milk. What? But if you compare it to what I think this is not about milk whatsoever. This is about grief. This is a real loss. This is tough. So 3 of Michael has been going on, but this is past. This is the major energy here. This is the basis. So new beginnings. We're in the new beginning, and you've gotten some power. You will get some fire to sort of get back up from this. And you're being inspired to release the past, to try the best of your ability. And I know it sucks to hear that, because of course you try to move forward. Sagittarius, of course. There's something about releasing yourself. I don't know if someone carries some guilt. If there's, I don't know why I get this around this card here today. 15 could be like the devil card. It's like numerology wise, 15 is the devil, and I'm just getting this like the devil, like where the devil will get you, although I don't even believe in the devil, but like as an expression, where the devil will get you is when you revisit your past, when you rethink the past or revisit the past. For whatever reason, I get some guilt around this card here today. So I don't know if someone is carrying guilt, and as you release yourself, as you release this guilt, I mean, this card says release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. And for some of you Sagittarius says, I think that thing that holds you back is guilt over something. So okay, I can think of several stories here, but it's something like, how on earth could you, whatever situation you went through, there's some guilt carried over from that. Put that in whatever situation that was going on for you. I don't think this is for every Sagittarius. For some of you, this is like, okay, so the devil is when you start looking back again. Try to be in the present moment as much as you can. As you release yourself from this worry, from your past, from where the devil finds his way, like those devilish thoughts finds their way in, you're stepping into the ultimate freedom. And you know, the rubber band analogy, which I love, which I haven't said that in a while, felt like I said it for a lot a while ago. The more you felt imprisoned, the more you felt like this down and out, and the more you sort of have been locked up, really feeling like you can't breathe, you can't, like life just doesn't work, where you're locked up, whether that's physically, emotionally, financially, like whatever's going on there. The more, the rubber band analogy, one might think that I planned this. How beautiful is that? The rubber band analogy just speaks about, like, if nothing really happens, the rubber band doesn't really go anywhere, right? But the further down into the gutter, the further down into the darkness that we will come, the more locked in you feel, the more you have asked for the complete opposite. So the more locked in you have felt, the more freedom you've asked for. The more financially in distress you are, the more financial freedom you ask for. The more unhealthy you've been, or sick or ill, the opposite is what you ask for. So the further down into the of stuff, the further down into the visit with the devil, it's not too, the rubber band is not too, like, it's just a little sloppy. So let's see how far it goes to prove my analogy here. So once you release, when you release yourself from thinking about the past that even got you to the place where you want to go, once you release that, it flops. My point is that it will go like so far in the opposite direction of what you asked for. This. And then the thing is that Sagittarius will become more free. We don't need to compare, but if we compare, like, you would be more financial free. You would have more health. You would have more confidence. You would have more strength, like, than the normal person who sort of hasn't completely been down and out. Because it's only when you're down and out that we have a phoenix rising. And the phoenix rising, like, the light will be equal to the darkness. And you've been down here. You know? You've been down here. And it's time to release that so that you can have your ultimate freedom in whatever area that is. Whether that is health or finances or relationships or whatever. If you've had sucky relationships, like, it's time for a really, really beautiful one. And you created it. But in order for you to get there, in order for you to have this ultimate freedom, and number 8 there speaks about power and strength. It speaks about heaven, bringing heaven to earth, endless possibilities. It's the infinity sign. It goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. And it's time to, like, bring in heaven to earth. But in order to get to this point, we need to release. We need to release the past, okay? So what else can we tell Sagittarius about this situation, please? Going deeper into this message. Third eye chakra. So, yeah, it sort of proves my point. You have become really intuitive. You have become, so I'm going to compare it, even though obviously not every single Sagittarius listening into this has had a near death experience, but I'm gonna compare it to it because it feels like that's where we're at energetically. So it's almost like, you know, when you have, like you do, when you have a near-death experience, or like when you have maybe like a health scare, or when, okay, I don't have to go that big. Like if you watch a life-transforming movie, because those do exist. Like I've seen a couple of movies where you just go, like when you turn it off, you go, you know, for the love of life, I'm just going to get going with, like, you just get that fire. You just get that fire. Like, I'm going to just do it now because of that awesome movie. You start to pay attention. Your third eye is like exploding. That's like contact with spirit. That's your intuition. That is leading the way to your purpose. 6 is all about love. It's all about harmony. It's all about connection with your spirit. And it's all about those psychic abilities that for whatever reason were laying dormant before, but now they're waking up. What else for beautiful Sagittarius here? This is going to be the last card before the extension, where we're going to go deeper into the message still, if you feel drawn to it. Final message here for Sagittarius, please. Sorry, the other deck is really calling, so I will switch it out. It's like your intuition is through the roof right now. Well, let's say this. You don't... our intuition is through the roof always. It's just that we have learned to sort of dim it down. And so whatever has happened now, and whatever the activation in your third eye, like this, for whatever reason, you're listening now. Your intuition is talking and Sagittarius is listening. Like your voice won't tell you something from within and you will just ignore it. It just doesn't work for you anymore. And it's like, I don't care who's sort of, yeah, I know you wanted me to do that, but I feel that I should not. And I know you have a strong reaction to that, but still I have to listen. I have to listen. Like, I'm sorry. It has to be this way this time. There is a card here somewhere. There. Material harvest. And I'm happy to add and spiritual harvest. Like, you're just stepping into gorgeousness right now. There was my incoming mail when I say material harvest. So just as you have like freedom, the feeling you will have, like to feel free, to feel abundant in health, abundant in money, abundant in relationships, like whatever this is, like you're feeling free, which then attracts a whole bunch of things that you want because of that freedom state. Okay? I'm going to take this into the extension and see what else yummy stuff we can find there. Continue on this path there with the material harvest and see what's going on for you. So if you're drawn to that, there's two options for your extension right now. One is Vimeo, where you can no longer buy the video or the extension, but you can rent it, and I cut the price in half. Or you can go buy me a coffee. On the donation site, buy me a coffee, and I put both links down in the description box. So pick whatever you feel is the most gorgeous one. If not, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, Sagittarius. Bye.